What's going on, everybody? Today's Monday, and I'm feeling pretty good. I don't know about yourself, but I'm feeling really good. The Eagles are 1-0. How we got there does not matter at this point because we are 1-0. It definitely wasn't the game that I was predicting. It wasn't the game that even Vegas was predicting. I mean, we were supposed to come out there and beat the Redskins down. And they proved us that, again, you can't sleep on any team. This is still the NFL, and they did a hell of a job in the first half, but it wasn't enough to stop the Philadelphia Eagles. Before I talk about all the high points that Philadelphia Eagles had, I want to address some issues I've seen and problems. One, Malik Jackson, our D tackle, was injured. The report I saw said it's a significant injury and it's going to need some time. Timmy Jurgen did a great job filling in for him, but I think we might have to get a little bit more deeper and D-tackle because right now Fletcher Cox and Timmy Jurgen can get the job done, but you want some rotation bodies to keep the D-line fresh. Another thing was Doug Peterson's play calling in the first half. I know he's aggressive. I love their aggressiveness going for it on fourth down. But that 3rd and 2, when he did a sweep pass that gave the ball to Darren Sproles 7 yards back when he only needed 2, I mean, Darren Sproles got 5 yards, but still was 2 yards short of the line of scrimmage. You can't do that, Doug Peterson. You know better than that. And that was really bad. That really hurt us. Another thing was our defense in general in the first half. The secondary was playing sloppy, but they were being asked a lot, playing these receivers for so long. The D-line was not getting no pressure on Case Keenum, which was amazing me in the first half with the lack of offensive linemen that the Redskins have. A walk-on, Eric Flowers, and a couple bums. Trent Williams is holding out, and their offensive line still held up way better than what I thought. As you see, once we started getting pressure on Case Keenum in the second half, it was a different story. Secondary was holding up, and so was the Eagles' defense in general. Our defense starts and ends with the defensive line pressure. As simple as that. Other than that, though, once we started getting going, you can see the rust of the offense, but once everything got put together, there was no stopping the Philadelphia Eagles. Carson Wentz in the second half was everything that you can ask for in a quarterback. I mean, he was spreading the ball around to everybody. Nelson Aguilar got touches. Alshon Jeffrey got touches and touchdowns. Deshaun Jackson, well, he did the biggest of all the damage that was done to the Washington Redskins. And even Zach Ertz got some balls thrown to him, and Dallas Goedert got some to him. That one hit that Dallas Goedert took was a big one. But it is what it is. You know, I mean, he took that hit on the chin. We didn't get the complete pass. But Carson Wentz was spreading the ball around, making everything look super easy, making everyone's job a little bit easier. The offensive line did a great job of holding up in the second half, and everything was going smooth. We started playing what we need to. In the beginning, we didn't have the balance. We had to lean on our pass because of the fact that we were down by so much. But once we got close, once we got into a score difference when it was 14-20, you can see the balance attack with the run and the pass. It was lethal. I mean, Darren Sproles, man, for 36, he was moving fantastic. Miles Sanders came in and got some great runs. Jordan Howard, he was the least used, but he did what he had to do when he got his chances and got his touches. And Carson Wentz, like I said, just moved the ball magnificently. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Number 10 is definitely back in Philly. D-Jax, Deshaun Jackson, whatever you want to call him, he is back. This man's first game back to Philadelphia, and he put on a show. I mean, I like the fact that it wasn't just the deep balls. He was catching short intermediate routes, comeback routes, slants. He was doing it all. And when you needed a big play, who did you need to go to? Deshaun Jackson. I mean, that first touchdown that Carson Wentz threw him, it was a 3rd and 10. And like, we were feeling like, I don't know about you, but I was feeling like all hope was starting to go. I never, ever give up on the Philadelphia Eagles. If there's time on the clock, I don't care what the score is. I'm watching it. I feel like we got a chance. But the way the Redskins were just beating us up, how they were beating us up, just the fact that they were the ones beating us up. Deshaun Jackson caught that 3rd and 10, 50-yard touchdown. Boom, you just felt everything change. we just knew right then and there that this was our game, and we were not letting them come into the link week 1 and beat us. That was not going to happen. And Deshaun Jackson said it wasn't going to happen. I mean, this guy had 8 catches for like 154 yards and 2 touchdowns. His first came back in Philadelphia. He just looked different. I mean, when he was on the Washington Redskins and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, he was still fast, and he still got down the field and made plays. But there was just something extra special about him yesterday. And I can see that going all year. You saw the rust in the first half for the whole offense. But in this second half, that was scary. I mean, the fact that everybody, Nelson Aguilar in the slot, with Alshon Jeffrey and Deshaun Jackson on the outside, with Dallas Goedert and or the big ball dog, Zach Ertz, that's scary. That's real scary. And especially with a run game, it's scary. And people were watching the first half and I was getting so many texts. I mean, I got a lot of friends and a lot of people on social media who are Giants and Cowboys fans, not too many Redskins fans, but they were blowing my shit up, talking about what happened? What happened to all this off-season stuff? And, I don't like to talk, but I was just like, wait, just wait. By the fourth quarter, I was texting them back, and none of them wanted to reply. I understand, but it is what it is. But that boy, Deshaun Jackson, he did something special yesterday, and I could see us riding that exact play of his into next game, into ATL, which is going to be a desperate ATL team with the fact that they took a whooping to the Minnesota Vikings. Real quick, before I end this video, I saw that video of the Mike Scott power forward for the Philadelphia 76ers rocking that Washington Redskins jersey, Sean Taylor. I don't know what the Sean Taylor jersey. That shit went way overhand. I mean, these mans they didn't have to swing on them. I mean, yeah, a Philadelphia 76er player wearing an opposing team from the NFC East into the link on week 1, that's a little bit much. Definitely should have deserved some boos, maybe a couple of screaming, scream whatever you want. But the hitting, that went a little far, man. We're making some of these Philadelphia Eagle fans look bad. And I think it all started with him having words with people because they had a casket with Sean Taylor's jersey on it. That was messed up, yo. Sean Taylor was a great player, and he played for the Redskins, but as an individual, he's still a human being. He was a great player, and that was a tragic death, you know what I mean? So that was fucked up. And like I said, booze, asshole, whatever you want to Mike Scott for disrespecting Philadelphia after playing for the Sixers and coming to the Eagles game with a Washington gear. That was disrespectful, but it didn't need to escalate that far. That was crazy. And to all the Eagle fans who feel the same way I feel, I appreciate it. But there are them couple Eagle fans that, just take it way too much. But in the same sense of that is where the loyalty the city of Philadelphia has for the Philadelphia Eagles like no other sports fan. And I ride with them, but just some people take it a little too far. With all that being said, thanks for watching. I'll be on in a couple days to give you my takes on what we should do to beat the Atlanta Falcons when we go to ATL. But until then, you know how I roll. EAGLES, Eagles. We out.